O sovereign Lord, maker of the seen and the unseen, in this quiet moment I come before you, not with a chorus of loud praises, but with the hushed reverence of a soul that is learning to listen. The world around me is only just beginning to stir, but my spirit has been awake for a long while, wrestling in the stillness, straining to hear a whisper from your throne. I come to you with a heart that feels like a vast, empty room, where my prayers have echoed and faded without response. I confess, Father, that this silence has been a difficult companion. It has felt heavy, like a fog that obscures the path you have set before me. Today, I don't come to demand an explanation, but to learn to trust in the quiet. I come with an open, vulnerable heart, crying out for your peace to fill the spaces where your voice used to be. Answer me, Lord, with your presence, for my spirit grows weary in the waiting. Do not hide your face from me, for in the shadow of your wings, even in silence, I find my only true refuge. Lord, let me be honest with you, as if you did not already know the depths of my being. This silence feels like a test. My thoughts run wild, creating stories of abandonment, of disfavor, of prayers that don't reach past the ceiling. My soul asks, have I done something wrong? Have I strayed so far that you will no longer speak to me? The enemy loves this quiet, Father. He uses it to plant seeds of doubt, to whisper that you are distant, uncaring, or worse, not there at all. But deep within me, there is a flicker of faith that refuses to be extinguished. It is that faith that brings me here today, into this quiet communion. I choose to believe that your silence is not a sign of your absence. So, I lift my voice into what feels like a void, trusting that it is not a void at all, but a holy space where you are doing a work too profound for words. Teach me to endure this season. Teach me to stand firm when my feelings tell me to flee, to give up, to stop believing. I remember the prophet Elijah, who stood on the mountain waiting for you. You were not in the wind, not in the earthquake, not in the fire. You were in the gentle whisper, Lord, perhaps you are teaching me to listen in a new way. Perhaps you are training my ear to tune out the clamor of the world and the noise of my own anxiety, so that I can hear the subtle, gentle whisper of your presence that has been there all along. Help me to be still and know that you are God. In the silence, remind my soul of your sovereignty. O God, my human mind craves logic, reasons, and clear answers. I want to connect the dots. I want to understand the blueprint of my life. When I pray for guidance, I expect a roadmap. When I pray for comfort, I expect a tangible feeling of peace. When I pray for a breakthrough, I expect the walls to come tumbling down. But what happens when the only answer I receive is the continuation of silence? Today, I lay down my need to understand. I surrender my timelines, my expectations, and my frantic search for signs. I confess that my desire for an answer has sometimes been greater than my desire for you. I have sought your hand more than your face. Forgive me, Lord. In this season of quiet, draw me back to the simple, profound truth of who you are. You are the potter, and I am the clay. You are the author, and my life is your story. Who am I to demand that the author explain the plot to me before it unfolds? I choose to trust the writer. I choose to believe that every chapter, even the quiet ones, serves a divine purpose. This silence is not a forgotten page. It is a deliberate pause in the narrative, building suspense, developing character, and preparing the way for a beautiful resolution that I cannot yet see. Help me to rest in this surrender. Take the throne of my thoughts, O God, and when the question why rises up within me, gently replace it with the declaration, I trust you. Let my spirit cease its striving and simply be held by you in the mystery and the majesty of your unspoken plan. Eternal Father, your word is filled with stories of powerful work done in silence, in the unseen. I remember the 3 days the Son of Man lay in the tomb. The world saw only silence, defeat, and the end of a story. Heaven was quiet, but in that silence, the greatest victory in history was being secured. In that quiet, death was being defeated, sin was being conquered, and the glorious resurrection was about to dawn. Lord, I choose to believe that my life is in a Saturday moment. It may feel like my hopes have been buried. It may feel like the promise is dead and gone, but I declare in faith that Sunday is coming. Your silence is not inaction. It is the quiet, powerful work of resurrection happening in the depths of my circumstances, in the soil of my soul. While I see nothing, you are commanding new life to emerge. I think of a seed buried in the dark earth. There is no sound, no visible sign of growth, but in the silence and the darkness, a miracle is happening. Roots are taking hold, a stem is pushing upward, and life is preparing to break through the surface. Lord, let this season of silence be my fertile ground. Let my faith send roots deeper into you. Nourish me with your unseen presence, so that when the time is right, I will break through with new strength, new life, and a testimony of the work you did when I thought nothing was happening. Remind me that the teacher is always quiet during the test. You are not absent. You are observing, strengthening, and waiting for me to exercise the faith you have so graciously given me. Holy Spirit, Comforter, while heaven is silent, my own heart is so loud. It is filled with the noise of fear, the clamor of anxiety, the relentless monologue of what-ifs. This inner turmoil makes it impossible to perceive your subtle presence. I am so distracted by the storm inside me that I cannot feel the peace of your stillness around me. So today, I pray not only for you to speak, but for me to become quiet enough to listen. Speak to the winds and the waves of my anxious heart and say, "Peace, be still. Still my racing thoughts. Calm my restless emotions. Silence the voices of doubt and insecurity that scream for my attention. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right and quiet spirit within me. Lead me beside the still waters. Restore my soul. Help me to find a place of internal quiet where I can simply be with you. I don't need a booming voice from heaven. I don't need a dramatic sign. I just need the profound, unshakable peace that comes from knowing I am in your presence. Let that be your answer to me today. Let your peace be the evidence of your work. Let it guard my heart and my mind, acting as a sentinel against the chaos that threatens to overwhelm me. In the stillness of my own heart, let me find you, waiting for me all along. Make me sensitive to your gentle nudges, the quiet convictions, the unspoken assurances that flow from your spirit. Lord, as I sit here in my own season of silence, my heart turns to others who are also waiting. I know I am not alone in this. I lift up to you every soul that is crying out and hearing only silence in return. I pray for the one waiting for a doctor's report, whose every quiet moment is filled with fear of the unknown. Let your peace be their anchor. I pray for the parents waiting for a prodigal child to come home, whose silence is the sound of a phone that doesn't ring. Let your presence be their constant companion. I pray for the single person waiting for a spouse who feels the silence in an empty home. Remind them that in you they are complete and deeply loved. I pray for the one waiting for a financial breakthrough who hears the silence in the mounting bills and empty accounts. Show them that you are their provider, Jehovah Jireh, even now. I pray for the couple waiting to conceive a child, whose silence is the monthly grief of a hope deferred. Comfort them and renew their strength. I pray for the one waiting for emotional healing, for the depression to lift, for the anxiety to cease. Be their silent healer, knitting their minds and hearts back together in peace. Lord, for all of us who are in the waiting room of life, let your presence be palpable. May we not feel abandoned, but rather May we feel a sense of shared community under your watchful, silent care. Send encouragers to us. Let us be encouragers to one another. Remind us that your timing is perfect and your plans are for our good. Let this collective season of silence produce a collective harvest of unwavering faith and powerful testimonies to your faithfulness. Faithful God, I am beginning to understand that this silence is not a punishment, but a classroom. It is a sacred space of preparation. So I ask, what are you trying to teach me here in the quiet? Are you teaching me patience? Then help me to stop trying to rush your hand and to learn the holy art of waiting with grace and expectation. Are you teaching me dependence? Then help me to realize that I cannot navigate this on my own and to lean on your strength in a way I never have before. Strip away my self-reliance. Are you teaching me perseverance? Then give me the spiritual stamina to keep praying, keep trusting, and keep believing, even when I see no evidence. Are you refining my faith? Then let this silence be the fire that burns away the impurities, my need for control, my superficial understanding of you, my faith that is based only on blessings and signs. May I come out of this season like pure gold, reflecting your image more clearly. You are a God who loves me too much to leave me as I am. If this silence is what is required to mold me, to shape me, to make me more like Jesus, then Lord, your will be done. Give me the grace to embrace the process. Help me to see this season not as a period of abandonment, but as a period of intense, focused, and loving spiritual formation. The silence is not empty. It is full of purpose. Open my spiritual eyes to see the purpose, and give my heart the strength to endure the process with a posture of surrender and trust. And so, Lord, my prayer begins to shift. It is no longer a desperate plea for you to break the silence. It is now a song of worship offered from within the silence. I choose to praise you, not for what I see or hear, but for who I know you are. I worship you because you are sovereign. You are in complete control, even when my life feels out of control. Your throne is unshaken. I worship you because you are wise. You know the end from the beginning. You see the full tapestry while I can only see a few tangled threads. Your plan is perfect. I worship you because you are good. Your heart towards me is always one of love. Even when your methods are mysterious, you work all things together for my good. I worship you because you are faithful. You have never failed me in the past, and you will not fail me now. Your promises are true, even when they are delayed. So I will sit in this waiting room, and I will lift my hands. I will praise you in the midst of the mystery. I will thank you for the unseen work, for the unanswered questions, for the holy pause. This silence is a gift. It has quieted my distractions. It has deepened my prayer life. It has forced me to trust you in a way I never would have if you had answered immediately. Thank you for this difficult, beautiful gift. Let my worship be the sweet incense that fills this quiet space between us. Eternal Father, as I prepare to move forward from this time of prayer, I do not go with a sense of passive resignation, but with a spirit of active, expectant waiting. My waiting will not be idle. While I wait for your voice, I will steep myself in your word, the words you have already spoken. While I wait for your direction, I will take the next faithful step in front of me, obeying what I already know to be true. While I wait for your deliverance, I will actively serve others, taking my eyes off my own circumstances and placing them on the needs of those around me. While I wait for a feeling of your presence, I will choose to believe in the fact of your presence, knowing you are with me always, to the very end of the age. This prayer, O Lord, does not end here. It becomes the posture of my heart for the rest of this day, this week, this season. Let my spirit remain in conversation with you even when words are not spoken. My soul has learned to commune with you in the quiet, in the spaces between thoughts, in the stillness of a trusting heart. I entrust this entire journey to you, the waiting, the questions, the hopes, the outcome. May my rising and my lying down be marked by a quiet confidence in your unseen work. And when you do choose to speak, when the dawn breaks and the answer comes, may you find me here, still waiting, still watching, and still trusting, for you are my God, and your silence is as full of love as your voice. To you, the God who works in mysterious and wondrous ways, be all glory, honor, dominion, and praise, now and forever. Amen. If this prayer resonated with the season you are in, please like this video so more people who are waiting in the silence can find it. Subscribe to the channel for more prayers and devotionals that meet you where you are. And please, share this with someone you know who needs to be reminded that God is working, even when he is quiet. Type, "I will trust in the silence" in the comments below as a declaration of your faith today. Remember, even after this video ends, the truth remains. You are not alone in the waiting. God is with you, always, and he is working.